Good morning. So today I want to talk about. I mentioned in the video before that I work in retail. I've worked in retail since 2007. Actually 2006. I started at a pharmacy. We won't say the name. And over the years, it's like I've been in a lot of different places. As I've mentioned before, I had a very screw this, I quit attitude, which is not good. Between 2006 and 2016, I have worked in about 19 different places, which I know is not good. For the majority of it, it's a mix of things. But one thing I never really understood, like I know why it's there, but at the same time, I don't like it. When it comes to what I like to call like retail, your average store, I never really enjoyed what I call pestering the customer for things that we are required to ask for, like rewards programs and credit cards and things like that. And I know that we're in a business to make money. That's the whole point. However, the thing I don't agree with is basically being a pain in the ass to the customer that comes in. Because as a customer myself, I don't like it. I've never liked it. And I understand it's just part of the program, which is unfortunate. Especially when you have a company or management, whatever it is, it's usually, the higher ups that make this decision. You have to keep hounding someone even after they've said no, which I don't like. Some places have a 5 times no rule or a 3 times no rule, which I think is completely asinine. I don't understand why we can't just cash you out and have that be a done deal. I know why greed is a part of it. But I don't think it's fair that we, milk the consumer for everything they've got, because that's not fair either. I think it's important to make someone aware that, hey, I have this service, or hey, we offer this. But most people, especially nowadays, aren't really interested. They just want to get their stuff and go. And it's stressful on both parties too, because it's like, I don't want to ask you about this stuff, but I have to ask you about this stuff because I'm in trouble if I don't. But, and even in fast food or food service too, it's like, it's a little easier to offer something that's, edible. It's easier to suggest to sell on those. Because, it's a little bit better of a shot that you'll get a yes. But to, again, be a pain in the neck for the customer, I never thought was fair. Same thing with, pouncing on the customer the second they come in the store or the second they step in line. It's like, I know part of it is just kind of an acknowledgement, and if that's just it, then that's fine. But, if you greet someone and they're like, okay, I'm fine, leave them alone. Unless, it's like, you can check up on them, and that's cool. And I know there's other reasons why we do it. But for the most part, it's like, I know some places, I haven't seen them anywhere here, and it's kind of a shame. They have the different color baskets of, I would like to be helped, or I prefer shopping alone, or, unbothered. And I think that's something that we should implement more here, just because I think it would be easier on everybody. But yeah, that's my kind of like retail gripe. And, I know in my, recent videos, I talk a lot about my experiences, and I'm just kind of using this as an outlet, because sometimes I feel like I have no voice in all these, things that are very stressful to me. It's one of those, it's part of, being in this line of work. And, it's just one of those, unfortunately, this is how it is. But even in other areas like, gym memberships, why it's so hard to get out of the contracts, and why it's so hard to, why does everything have to be a subscription? Why can't I just, like, if I want to work out at a gym and not have a commitment, why can't I just pay as I, go? Why can't it be just a, one-time thing? Or, like, every time I come in, I pay you for it. If that makes sense. Sometimes I think it would be easier to do it that way. I could be wrong. I could be, talking out of my ass, which, that happens. But, it's just there's these things that just drive me crazy, that, I just feel like I need an outlet, which is why I post these. And honestly, it does kind of make me feel better. And as I get used to doing more of these, again, the topics will, be a little bit broader. But for the most part, this is good for me. And, hopefully it kind of resonates with some people. And if it does, great. If not, but yeah. Have a good day, folks.